third category is 20 guys who are not getting to a Super Bowl and certainly not winning it. And that's everybody else. From Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins, guys that are just not.
Are you kidding me?
I think that's
it says can win Super Bowls. It can't.
I think that's a setup.
Can't win Super Bowls. Okay.
So he corrects the fact that the graphic was wrong as far as the can or the can't, but not the Dwayne Haskins part of it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. And then they later, I guess they rerun a segment in each show. So they reran that segment and they cut out the names where he mentioned Haskins.
No, they did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Because it just gets you talking about him again.
There's no way. Like Jerry and I, you think that maybe, just maybe, they did it on purpose.
I
cannot
think
believe
guys like Colin Cowherd and Skip Bayless are brilliant, and they do things like this on purpose. Yeah, well, their bank account will tell you that is the case, and I do think they do things like this on purpose to get everybody talking about them. I do.
I'm thinking if I'm the guy's boss and he does that, I'm like,
I think they love it, Boomer. I think they love it. You know why? You know how many times it's been viewed?
But what is that like? Again, I know people say that, I understand, but how do they benefit from that monetarily?
You would have to talk to Izzo or Kaplan because those guys know how all this video stuff gets monetized.
Okay,
and it does. It does.
So it's less about the ratings of people actually watching the show.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Right, he's no longer with us.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Yeah,
oh my God,
terribly horrible.
Yeah.
In terms of the video views, if these cable shows, in terms of the ratings, have very low viewership, how are they making the money?
What cable shows are you referencing now?
I mean, if you look at, I don't
these
think
guys. Yeah, I don't know honestly.
But you know what does get big hits? The YouTube footage that they put out.
I guess.
I think it all gets monetized video-wise.
You think they'd stoop to that low, though?
You're not.
There's
paying
other ways to get people talking about.
You're not paying a guy that much money to be that stupid. I'm sorry. You're just not.
But they are.
That is not a setup. That is not a setup. I mean, he mentions his name. I mean, it's one thing if it's on a graphic.
It was.
I know it was on the graphic, but that goes back to the people that are working behind the scenes. That shows a lack of
by everybody.
It shows a lack of dedication. I think it's just laziness.
Or
they make errors a lot. You follow Funhouse, right?
Sure.
I mean, he has something on him almost every day.
But that again is.
But you think that's their goal? Hey, every day we're going to make some obvious errors so that people start talking about.
I think he can laugh all the way to the bank.
Well, we know. I understand he makes a lot of money.
He makes a lot of errors, man.
Yeah, he might. But you can say that all you want, Boomer. His contracts get bigger and bigger and longer and longer.
Yeah, I don't watch it, and this is probably one of the reasons why.
I mean,
how do you actually say the guy's name who's dead?
Right.
How do you say that?
It's terrible. Terrible.
I mean,
I agree with you.
But first of all, that's a TV show too, right?
Yeah.
So they probably have 35 people working on that show.
Got a big.
There's people everywhere.
Double
Writers,
digits.
You're making
directors.
Boomer, you're making my point.
You know what? Here's the thing. If I did that on CBS Sports, there's no way it would ever get past Brian Coyle, Wayne Fiddleman, Sean Ahern, all of our guys that work behind us and give us all the information that we need, all making sure that everything's factual. Jody Lodchin, who does all of our factual stuff when we get into these heavy, subjects and things of that nature. I just can't believe that somebody on a national broadcast would mention Dwayne Haskins
as a quarterback who can't win a Super Bowl.
You got to be.
You are making my point. You're going to tell me 36 people, no one picked up on it? Here's August 1st, 2023.
That shows a lack of professionalism, shows a lack of dedication, and somebody lets something slip.
Here's a headline for you.
They're led by a guy that doesn't seem to really care when he makes mistakes because he's made 100 of them.
Yes.
Fox's next problem. Can it keep Colin Cowherd from free agency? I'll give you another one from 3 days ago.
I know.
ESPN reportedly willing to bring back Colin Cowherd.
God. It's
you
sickening.
can say it all you want. He's a celebrity in the sports world, and he makes a ton of money, and he makes a million mistakes. And I really do believe a lot of them are on purpose.
This one is a horrendous
It's a bad one. Yeah, it's not even like, we'll laugh it off. It's like, it's uncomfortable.
July 11, 2020, awful announcing. Colin Cowherd reportedly re-signing with Fox Sports at more than $6 million per year.
We know he makes a lot of money.
I'm trying to make my point that it has done him quite well.
I know it has. I mean, hey, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Do you think Skip Bayless believes a lot of the things he says?
Probably not. No.
Well, maybe that's a different thing. He goes in there. He's an actor, and he's putting on an entertainment show in his mind.
Well, I think the same about Cowherd.
Well, honestly, working with Craig, I've always felt that way. it was always about the show, first and foremost.
Yeah.
And we're going to take the slings and arrows that come along with that. And he's going to make mistakes on purpose. And let's just leave the studio and have some fun with it, whatever. But, I mean, this one is just, he's trying to be a legitimate sports talk host, and he mentions a dead quarterback.
And not one person in all those writers picked up on it.
I mean, I don't know. To me, and I think the Twitter world, I'm sure people are just eviscerating him on Twitter.
Well, that's how it ended up, going viral yesterday to the point where we end up playing it here. So if it was on purpose, that's obviously in very bad taste.
That is not on purpose. That is just not knowing what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
So everybody on the Fox Sports staff did not realize it.
Or they don't care.
Or how about this as a possibility?
Their job. I think if I'm
all 30.
I think if I'm running, I don't know who the programming directors are for that, and who the people are that put those. I know one thing: if I ever did that, I'd get a call immediately from either David Burson or Sean McManus or Tyler Hale.
You're on CBS. This is a cable network.
I understand, but this is CBS Sports Network too.
Okay, but if you didn't do the NFL Today anymore and this was your only job, you really think they're going to call you on it?
Well, I don't know. They're televising a radio show. It's a little different. They're not controlling the content.
How's this for maybe a more reasonable explanation? Whoever's in charge of the graphic made the mistake, puts the names on, and he's looking at the graphic as he does it live, and he's just ripping through the names.
I would take that as an explanation if, in fact, that's the case. But I don't know.
The only thing that's weird, though, is when he kind of started hemming and hawing there, the only thing he corrected was that the title of the graphic was wrong, not the Haskins part. But
and didn't pick up on it.
In any event. Yeah, I know.
How did the people that are on that program behind the scenes not tell him? How does it, somebody obviously came back and said, hey, look, man, I'm sorry. I just, it slipped my mind that Dwayne Haskins has passed away.
And maybe they did after the fact because they pulled it from the replay of that segment.
But to his point, did he come back? And I don't know this. Did he come back after the commercial?
I don't know either. I couldn't.
Right.
I just have the one clip, and that's part of the world we live in as well, right? We isolate clips. That's what's out there, and sometimes we miss other context that goes along with it.
Hopefully he apologized after the fact. I don't know.
I don't either.